So Sony confirms multiple pieces of news for this year when it comes to events, PS5 Pro big games to show off alongside the console, and the Horizon show/remake. Those are the stories we're going to go over today. And if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it. And as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, are you a fan of the Horizon games or not? I personally enjoyed Horizon Zero Dawn, and I really enjoyed my time with Forbidden West and its DLC Burning Shores, but that's just me. What about you? So comment below yes or no if you're a fan of the Horizon games or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Sony confirms multiple events for the PlayStation 5. So, we're already past the halfway point for the year, which is crazy to say because it still feels like we just entered 2024. But nope, we're already in July at this point. One of the things that people have been complaining about when it comes to PlayStation is just how quiet they've been in recent years, specifically about first party, that side of things, because obviously they still have state of plays. They had one in May, they had one earlier this year where they showed off various games, but people are concerned with first party. Sony yesterday confirmed multiple pieces of news for events coming in the near future. First up on the list is Sony confirming that they will have a booth at China Joy 2024, which for people who don't know about China Joy, think back to 2021 where we got Fist, which was one of my favorite games that year. This game came out of Sony's outreach to the Chinese market of game developers under the China Hero Project. Another game that more people will recognize is Lost Soul Aside, which we've been following for a few years now. That's one of the games that could show up at China Joy 2024, which takes place this July 26th to the 29th. The game showed up last year as well at China Joy, so hopefully it shows up this year as well, and hopefully with a release date at this point. Beyond that, Sony also is confirmed for Tokyo Game Show 2024, and this is where it gets interesting. They're going to be there as a general exhibitor at the event, which they haven't been since 2019, so 5 years ago. This tells me they might have something to show, especially considering that Sony is set to potentially show off the PlayStation 5 Pro around that time, which would mean they'd have some type of showcase. That's how they did the PlayStation 4 Pro. They could show off some games at the PlayStation 5 showcase event, and some of those games could show up at TGS 2024. The PlayStation 5 has about 2 to 3 years left once we hit 2025, and think back to how hard Sony went for the PlayStation 4 in the later life of the console with Uncharted 4, The Last Guardian, Uncharted Lost Legacy, GT Sport, Ratchet & Clank Remake, Shadow of the Colossus, Days Gone, Death Stranding, Spider-Man, Horizon, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2. A amazing lineup of games. I feel like they might be trying to do the same thing with the PlayStation 5 to give you no doubt as to which next generation console you should get after the PlayStation 5 Pro. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers.
A lot of things changed after you went off on your own, especially within the UCA.
Now, diving into the second story of the video, the Horizon show and remake. Reading from Games Radar, Netflix's Horizon Zero Dawn show is reportedly no longer going forward after a string of allegations surrounding showrunner Steve Blackman. The Rolling Stone's Cheyenne Roundtree now reports that the Horizon Zero Dawn series has been scrapped alongside another original series that Blackman was developing with the streamer after allegations that he created a chaotic and toxic workplace. Yesterday's Rolling Stone report states that 12 former staff members accused the showrunner of a long history of toxic, bullying, manipulative, and retaliatory behavior in the workplace, while Blackman's spokesperson says the claims are entirely untrue and completely absurd. Neither Netflix nor Sony have commented on the situation or the state of the Horizon TV show, which for people who don't know, I believe it was called Horizon 2074. So this of course sucks to hear, and I hope Sony comments on the situation sometime soon, or are they just not going to say anything until they get the show on another streaming platform, or potentially work it out with Netflix again, dive into, investigate what's going on to see if this report is true and valid. Of course, we're going to have to see how that goes, but beyond that, we also have the rumored Horizon Horizon remake, which I wonder if that's going to release regardless of the show. Last of Us Part 1 released months before the HBO Last of Us show launched, so I think that's not a big issue here to release the game long before the show. But now the Horizon show is seemingly on hold, reportedly on hold, so I wonder what are they going to do with the rumored game if that's happening. Horizon remake would probably be a great showcase for the PlayStation 5 Pro, which we'll talk about in a sec, but you guys let me know if you'd buy a Horizon Zero Dawn remake or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, the PlayStation 5 Pro Games Showcase. So this was an interesting point that was discussed not too long ago on Digital Foundry that I wanted to talk about, but really haven't had the time to. Sony's reportedly set to show off the PlayStation 5 Pro later this year, but what are they gonna, show off with the console? That's the big question. What games are they going to use? We just spoke about the Horizon Zero Dawn remake, and that would be a great showcase of the hardware for the PlayStation 4 Pro. When it came to first party, Mark Cerny spoke about the improvements it gave to Spider-Man 2018, which at that time was just revealed earlier that year. Then they depended on a lot of third-party games to showcase their improvements over the base PlayStation 4. This time around, though, they could use more first-party games. I wonder if Astrobot will get a performance boost on the PlayStation 5 Pro to boost it above 60 FPS, for example, 120 FPS using PSSR maybe. They could show off other games as well, like Until Dawn, Silent Hill 2, which both released this year, but I think to hit that Spider-Man level of hype like they did with the PlayStation 4 Pro, Sony's gonna have to use something like Ghost of Tsushima 2. Reveal that game and show it off on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Sucker Punch has to have something ready to show off at this point. They've had the access to the Pro Dev Kit like other first-party developers for a while now, according to reports. Beyond all of those, they could show off other first-party titles as well, like maybe the Spider-Man 2 DLC. Show it off and then give us a release date that's not long after that, still later this year. Naughty Dog's new IP, show that off. Sony Ben's next title maybe, but maybe they need more time with that. Sony Santa Monica and Corey's game that he's potentially been working on since 2019. The Horizon multiplayer game. What has Bluepoint been doing all this time, etc. You get the point. There's a lot of titles they could use to show off the PlayStation 5 Pro. That's the question. What are they going to use? I'm excited to see Mark Cerny come on stage and talk about the PlayStation 5 Pro, but you guys let me know what games you want them to show. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. As it always helps, so subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with the reveal is getting close. Later this year, PlayStation 5 Pro Reveal comes this September, and we're in July now, so we have July and then August, and then we're there. It's a conflicting type of excitement for me because I don't want the summer to end, but at the same time I do, because I want to see what we're getting with this PlayStation 5 Pro, what Mark Cerny is going to say about its improvements, what games are they potentially set to show off, because we're hitting that point where Sony should be showing off a lot of these big games to show us what the later life cycle of the PlayStation 5 has left before the next generation of consoles, which are potentially set to come out in 2027, 2028, but reportedly Xbox could have it in 2026. But putting that to the side, I'm excited to see what they show. If you are as well, destroy the comment section with the reveal is getting close, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.